Pricing your stuff. One of the biggest challenges solopreneurs and startups have is pricing a project for a new client or for a prospect that's close to converting. Here's a way to give clients flexibility and the way to get a fair price, a price that makes you happy to do the work once you get it. Let's say you've created the perfect solution for a prospect. You've scoped it out and you've outlined your deliverables. Now, take that scope of work and price it at an amount that you're happy with, an amount that represents your true value for the work that the prospect, in your honest assessment, needs or wants. Let's call that price 100. Again, this is a concept. The real price might be $7,500, $25,000, $143,000, whatever. That's your business and this is this project. For the purposes of this sales training exercise, conceptually, that price is 100. Your scope of work is 100 units and your price is 100. Now, create another option of scope of works. This time, down by 33% in scope. That is, your proposed deliverables are 33% less than your initial scope. You know your concepts, time, delivery time, technical resources, whatever, your expertise here. I'm here to help you with the concept. So you scope it down 33% in the deliverables, but you price it down 25%. Your scope of work is 67% of the original, and your price for this is 75% of the original. So you're offering a less expensive option to the client. It's not the one you'd like to have, but you'll be making 8% more conceptually. This is a gap of as incremental margin. And yes, the client might notice this gap, even if not rationally, intuitively, and then most likely lean toward that optimal solution of 100 and 100. But we're not finished yet. Now, go back to that first ideal price, ideal scope. And now create another option by scoping it up 33%. Again, you know your deliverables, so scope it up by 33%, but price it up by 25%. If this option turns out to be incremental business, well, we all know that landing new business has a cost, both financial and emotional. So I bet that you'd be happy to do 8% more work than this gap, that you'd be happy to get 25% more on top of your ideal solution price and do 33% more work. I sure like it. Again, the prospect might, when you actually propose these three options, notice these gaps. Now, when you present your offer to the client, present it in the order of small, medium, and large. Option 1, option 2, and option 3. Two things. First, the client will probably go for option 2. That is normal buyer behavior in these situations. Occasionally, the clients will go for option 3. The client sees the incremental value, and you might land some incremental business. Second, this gives you power in a possible price negotiation. If the prospect says, we need you to cut your price, you can confidently look the prospect in the eye and say, oh, you need this at 66%? Okay, sure, I can adjust the scope of work to meet that price. As opposed to you saying, okay, I'll do it cheaper, which is something you should never do. When you need to adjust your price, adjust your scope. It's fair negotiation, and it puts you in a strong position, and it makes you feel professional. It makes you appear professional, which you are, and it puts you in a strong position. This is exactly the type of material that you'll get in my online training, the SCORE Selling Method. 5 key steps to selling more effectively. The training is 30 videos covering the 5 key steps of SCORE: scope, challenges, outcomes, resistance, and execution. Those are the 5 steps, SCORE. And it has 3 hours of video material in total with exercises to help you prepare for each of your next conversations in the marketplace. SCORE helps you drive robust, dynamic conversations that pull prospects through their purchase as opposed to pushes them through your sale. Join me for the SCORE Selling Method online training by clicking on the link below.